welcome back to my channel. Alright, so the seashores, the wonderful world of the seashores. Good choice subscribing. You will learn things. I guarantee that you will be a better person because of it. You'll know things that you wouldn't have otherwise known, I promise. There's a wealth of knowledge here for you. And it was hard-earned for me. I promise you, you're smarter than me. I just worked really hard, and you can get it easier by just watching the damn videos. And you're already smarter than me, so oh yeah. You can definitely go places. Jah Rastafari and the implications therein can really get a person far. So what you want to do is Jah Rastafari. What you want to do is you want to take my music serious, hopefully. Below here there's a video, it's the greatest hits, collecting seashells, the greatest hits of the seashores. The Seashores, my band, remember? I have 3 albums. Brain Train, Save the Bones, and Maison Abre. And then the 4th album is the greatest hits, and it's the best songs out of all those, so it's a perfect place to start. The next group of playlists before it has the other 3 albums if you really want to watch those. Of course, when I get recording equipment, those will sound a lot better. Some of those I recorded the same day that I wrote them. I wrote the song and then tried to put some guitar to it and then pushed record and recorded it so I could keep it, document it so that later I could make it a better song, Well, it was still fresh in my mind. So it's kind of more like just a bunch of, not all of them. Especially on my first album, it's got a bunch of songs that, some of them I wrote way back in 1997 and stuff like that. So it's not all that, but don't forget to consider playlists. This channel is all about playlists. There's a bunch of really good playlists. And don't forget to look in the description boxes. If anything, the video will link you to the playlist that video belongs to, so you can see learn more about a similar thing, because it's all part of that playlist, or it'll have other links, like I can, and you can even make a comment if you need some type of evidence or scientific proof or archaeological proof or anything like that. I pride myself in being able to reference everything, because I base everything on hard. I'm a researcher, so everything can be referenced. But most of the time, when I think it's really something you're going to need referenced, there's a link in the description box. Sometimes I forget to, though. But I hope you really enjoy it. There's favorite comedians. If you go down, there's like 3 different sets of playlists. Towards the bottom, there's one called Favorite Comedians. That's got some good ass comedian stuff going on there if you want to laugh. There's all kinds of music. The playlist. Listen to K Crow, the playlist called K Crow 108 FM, and put it on shuffle. There's almost 3,000 songs on there. If you hit shuffle, you'll go there will be more songs than a radio station, and there's stuff on every genre in the book. So it's pretty intense, but my favorite bands are all on there, and then significant ones. If you go down there and you can find the playlist called Beatles and Rock and Roll History, I think the second video is me doing a documentary, one of the best videos I did on the roots of rock and roll, where rock and roll came from, how it was formed and shaped, and then after you watch that, you'll be educated on what the core bands were, that were the big influences. Like right now, do you know who Robert Johnson is? Then you don't know anything about early rock and roll history, That's where it all comes from, the blues, And actually, that song I was just playing, Rock and Roll by Led Zeppelin, that's based on the blues riff, Because rock and roll comes out of the blues, And Robert Johnson was a blues player who sold his soul at the crossroads, the famous story, There's playlists called Fun Things to Learn or something like that, and like who wrote the Bible, and a scholarly look on it. There's all these people that talk like they know, but often it's just a religious perspective, like faith instead of facts. This is a scholarly look. Like, what do we actually know with archaeology and facts and things, you know? There's the origins of the world, you know, which is more about archaeology. There's a USA history all the way from like the 1400s to 2021. Because it started before America officially started, you know, like how did it happen? You know, it happened with gunpowder and the invention of guns, or none of it could have been possible. And that happened in Europe way before that. So, and of course, I'm a Rasta, so you're definitely going to learn things about Rasta. Of course, Bob Marley's the most famous Rasta, so there's tons of Bob Marley stuff, and then you'll understand his lyrics on a whole new level, you know. There's a playlist called Rastafarianism and another one called Advanced Rastafarianism. Anyway, just it's all about the playlists, you know, it's all about learning. And then there's also really good music. I hope you consider my music right below there, Collecting Seashells. It'll get better with when I get recording equipment, and I'll put it on this channel. This channel, I'll have it forever. So, love ya.